Well, that's there. So we know exactly what's coming. Yes, it's maintenance. And what's coming? I did not expect this. I'm Admiral Pegasus. This is the Pegasus Show for Star Trek Fleet Command. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, as you can see across there, yes, Voyager has arrived, and unfortunately there was no thumbnail for the patch notes for me to take a picture of and put at the beginning of the show. So unfortunately we've just got to jump straight into this, but what I can tell you is we've got a lot of stuff coming. I've literally just watched DJ's video. I've made some quick notes about it, so shout out to DJ there for providing me probably a little bit more information than what could be in here. But hopefully, we'll have to wait and see. So, what we've got coming this month? Well, we've got 2 officers coming this month. We've got new hostiles. We've got new space. We've got new formation armadas. That sounds very tricky. So, is Voyager going to be all it's going to be cracked up to be? Well, apparently Scopely are playing a lot close to the vest. There's a lot of information they have not released to the NDA content creators. So, yeah, let's just see what we can rustle up from the patch notes. So, get your credit cards ready. Get your swatters ready for all the new bugs. Let's see what we've got coming. So, I'm going to shift myself to the usual place for the patch notes up the top there, and let's crack on. Okay, so patch 54, update 54, patch notes, Voyager Part 1. According to the markings on the probe's outer casing, it appears to originate from Starfleet vessel bearing the registry NCC 74656. Now, of course, for those of you who are very familiar with Star Trek canon, that is the registration number for the Intrepid class starship USS Voyager that was lost in the Delta Quadrant in, well, back in 1996, if I remember correctly. Obviously, if anyone has Googled the date, please drop in the comment section down below if I'm wrong. So, but anyway, the discovery of a lost Federation probe marks the beginning of a journey of almost 70,000 light years in the making. Adrift in the farthest reaches of the Delta Quadrant, the crew of Voyager have spent the last several years on a steady course home, all while searching for a means to expedite their perilous journey. Now, obviously, they do say perilous because they had things like the Borg, the Hirogen. That Dragon's Teeth episode, that was an interesting one. They found the subspace corridors. So, and if you're expecting something similar to come into the game, don't. That's all I'm going to say on that one, because that's pretty much what I've gathered so far. That, yeah, we ain't going to get anything like a subspace labyrinth system bringing brought into the game, which is what I really hope to see from Voyager. But maybe, who knows, somewhere down the line, it could be brought into the game. So, when there's a chance to encounter progenitor technology, he creates a gateway back to the Alpha Quadrant. A potential way home makes itself known. However, this discovery will pour Voyager and her crew into the midst of a conflict stoked by foes old and new. So, yes, we will be seeing some old hostiles that some of us have not fought in quite some time. Because obviously, we're up in deep space, we're pretty much fighting faction ships and the new hostiles up there. Well, not new, but anyway, some of the older ones are coming back a lot stronger. And obviously, the older designs that we used to see back when we were levels 1, 2, and yeah, you get the general idea. But anyway, although fraught with countless fathomless dangers, the uncharted regions of the Delta Quadrant also present boundless opportunities for exploration. Aspiring pathfinders and collectors daring enough to venture into this strange new place will find the rarest treasures and artifacts. Yes, we have a new building coming as well. Nevertheless, for those foolish enough to venture where they do not belong, this place may be a tomb. Captain, how interesting that our paths should cross again. I would never have anticipated that such a imperfect being would give rise to such a perfect opportunity. Yeah, I'm not quite sure who said that line. It almost sounds pretty much like Tuvok at the beginning. But no, yeah, I'm not quite sure. Maybe Q, I don't know. But anyway, don't expect Q coming into the game anytime soon. Yeah, they wouldn't even know what to do with Q. But anyway, so we're excited to introduce Voyager Part 1. It brings along a new region of space called the Delta Quadrant. So where that's going to be located on the map, sadly you'll have to go into game to actually have a look. But pretty much everyone's going to be able to get there. Yes, it's going to be Ops level 26 and above. So yeah, as soon as you get to Ops 26, you're going to be able to go explore this new region. How far you'll be able to get, I do not know. We'll only find that out when we actually get into the game, when it's uploaded. So quick announcement as well. Do not forget to update your game through your client, Android, Apple, iOS, PC, whatever. Just update to make sure you can actually see the new space. Because I've got a funny feeling, obviously, as new content does come out, it's usually there from the update anyway. So obviously you'll be able to go explore it early on, maybe take on some of these new hostiles, and have a look at the new armadas, because as you can see, Formation Armadas. Yes, the Artifact Gallery is going to be our new building as well. Formation Armadas, which we'll touch on briefly, and I've tried to gather as much information as I can off DJ's video, but it seems like it's going to be a bit of a complicated one to arrange to do. Yeah. But it's not limited to just your alliance. No, other alliances can join as well. But yeah, it's... let's just say expansion cubes were a pain in the ass as it was. Yeah, this one's probably going to be even worse. But anyway, 2 new officers and some new missions and much more. So the Artifact Gallery is a new building. It provides new type of power buff progression via new items, artifacts, and is also available from Ops 26 and above. Unlocks and upgrades are dependent on the artifact building level, so make sure you upgrade it. It is 60 levels, so yeah, it's going to be ops locked behind that operations center. So just bear that in mind. And it is also going to need a new currency. Yes, which I think, if I heard correctly, pretty much from the new armadas. But again, we'll touch on them in just a moment. So this is the building. Can we actually get this on screen? Preview image. So let's just... No, it's not going to work that way. So yeah, by the looks of it, it's got a little horseshoe on it. A dolphin. Is that a dolphin? Would you say that's a dolphin, or probably a whale jumping out of water or something like that? But anyway, it's a unique looking building. So upgrade your artifacts to unlock powerful effects that will give your fleet an edge. Unlock and unleash the power behind artifacts to see how they combine together to create your ultimate fleet. Woo! So artifact examples is Picard's ammonite fossil. Increases protected cargo on all ships. Players will get this one for free if they complete their mission. So there you go. So there's your first one that you're going to be able to get. Increase your protected cargo. What the percentage is, I do not know. Yep. So check out STFC.space, courtesy of Ripper. I'm always going to say it's Ripper because he's the one who built it, but Scopely bought it off him, and Ripper has announced that his deal with Scopely has come to an end, so now it's entirely in Scopely's hand. But it's thanks to Ripper we actually have that source of information. So hopefully somebody at Scopely has actually updated it correctly. But anyway, Orb of Posterity increases maximum cargo on your survey ships. Woo! Mud's Android helmet increases resource cost efficiency for buildings. Okay. McCoy's Hypo Spray increases HHP for battleships. Chapel's Hypo Spray is for the shield health for explorers. Who's that? Katigla. Scale Replica increases G4 material cost efficiency for all ship components. Now, that's a good one for all of us G4 players. Nothing mentioned about the G5, though. That's very worrying. Bathleth of the House of Martok increasing damage against players for all ships. So that's a PvP one. And Kirk's Phaser Rifle increasing kinetic weapon damage. So click here for more information. So let's jump in and actually have a look at this. Okay, understood. So as you can see, by the time of recording, this was updated 23 minutes ago. That's when it was posted. And all right, let's have a look. Can we actually get a better... Oh, let's try open image. Okay, so we've got it kind of... No, I can't zoom it or anything. So we've got a better look at the artifact here. So it doesn't look particularly too bad. Several levels. So could be kind of interesting. So let's jump back onto the articles. And... Right, the Artifact Gallery houses a collection of valuable artifacts that have been acquired from across the quadrant and beyond. Visitors to the station are welcome to see these rare art and fascinating on display. Woo! Built in it requires you to be Ops 26. You will need 100 Artifact Gallery keys to build it, distributed via a gift. So, bearing in mind, so to unlock it, you're most likely going to get a gift chest, but beware, that's not going to appear until event change. So watch out for that. And also watch out for the events starting an hour earlier than usual. So that usually happens on launch day. You will also receive a mission, Collect and Conquer, which provides more insight into the building and the artifacts. By building it, you'll gain access to the artifacts and gain additional buffs. Upgrading it. To upgrade, you'll need some gallery schematics found in the Artifact Restoration chest. This chest can be opened with artifact tokens upon defeating Formation Armadas. Yes, there we go. There's the Formation Armadas coming in. The Premium Artifact Restoration chest can be opened with the Premium Artifact tokens earned by leading a Formation Armada. So just bear that in mind. Leading. So, as you progress through the building's levels, you'll gain significant buffs to hull health, shield health, increase the artifact tokens received by after defeating these new armadas. It is also to keep upgrading the building. You have specific building level requirements at 1, 5, 10 and 15. So just bear that in mind, that there are going to be specific requirements. Lastly, upgrading will improve the chest by adding higher level artifacts. Now, as we've already mentioned, we've seen about the artifacts, so we can quickly skip through this little section because obviously it's got the scale and replica for G4 materials, House of Martark. There's a new one, Scottish Trident Scanner, increases ship part efficiency components. So that's going to be an interesting one for the G4 players, hopefully the G5 players as well. Obviously, for those at G2, G3, sorry, this is not going to be for you guys because, well, you don't have part of it. Well, actually, it might, but I'm not putting any money on it. So, to acquire and upgrade them, you'll need to collect the shards via the Armadas and the restoration chests in the Artifacts tab of the store. Important notes, each level of Formation Armada rewards shards for the number of specific artifacts. This way, commanders can focus on getting shards for specific artifacts. Destruction of different levels of Formation Armadas is required for all artifacts. Premium Artifact Restoration chest is guaranteed to give at least one rare or epic artifact shard per roll. So again, it is going to come down to RNG. But yeah, it's not going to be as simple, so simple though. But anyway, we're coming on to the Armadas now. So it's a new type of Armada to challenge players to conquer. Gather your allies to go fight 8472. Yes, species 8472 are making their way in, and these are going to be the new Armadas. Working together in groups, in 3 groups, yes, 3 groups, must coordinate and take on the Formation Armadas, defeating all 3 targets simultaneously to get the maximum loot and the premium chest that comes with it. Formation Armadas will have you and other commanders Ops 26 and higher from all over the system working together to defeat 3 nodes simultaneously. These nodes can be targeted not only by your own alliance but also alongside other alliances in the system. The 8472 targets will require you and other commanders to work together, communicate, strategize as a team for to come out victorious. Using the new Armada directives, which you will get in a daily drip through your dailies, which will entitle you to do roughly about 1 a week, give or take. Now, that information obviously was taken from DJ's video, so that I'm going to tell you what DJ says is gospel on this one, because obviously he's got the information, I haven't. You could also check out Rev Juice's video when he drops it a little bit later on in the day. Using the new directives, you can start an attack on one of the 3 Armada targets surrounding the main core, and up to additional 3 members of your alliance can join you in the attack to defeat that node. So each node is basically a big core, as we'll show you in this picture here. It's a big core with 3 individual nodes, and you will be targeting all those nodes. Basically, you can either do this as an alliance, or you can work together with other alliances. Hell, I mean, even if it be a case of they jump in and help you out, whether you ask for their help or not, it could be something like that. It could be kind of interesting, especially if an alliance is at war. Yeah, because you will need to defeat all 3 of these to get a premium chest. Yes, there is a premium chest available to the leader. I think it's to the leader. I think so. But yeah, so this is something we're going to have to work on, and we'll have a look at some of these in the live stream tonight. Yes, I will be live tonight, so just to make that aware, from 9:30 UK time, but I will put them up a notice in Discord with the time frame for your local area. Now, it's also been mentioned apparently the Armada Control Center is not required for these, so you don't need to worry about that. It is Ops 26 and above, and basically, because it's only 4 players a node, yes, it's you and 3 of your buddies from your alliance on a single node. To make 3 nodes, you are going to need 12 players. Yes, 12 players. Now, trying to organise those expansion cubes with just 5 players is a pain in the ass as it is, because they had to do the solo Armada first to get the buff for their Talios, send their Talios in just for you to all actually have a chance. Yeah. Now you get a chance to do cross-alliance cooperation. For those who big cooperative alliances and all that, for things like territory, this could be something beneficial for you guys to go out and work together on. For individual alliances, if you can at least find 12 players online at any one time, you can actually do this. So it might be something that's Discord is going to become very more well needed. Organize it in your Discord. Get all ships in the position, because timers are going to matter badly. Very badly. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work, but they are going to matter. So organize this probably, like I say, your Discord, because Alliance chat can get bogged down with various other chats. This is just my recommendation. Obviously, it's entirely up to you how you do it, but yeah, organize it. Say, right, we've got 12 players, we're coming in, we're going to go to this system, we're going to take on this Armada, and we're going to do it. What the actual timing is for them, I do not know, but it will matter, because you will need to destroy all 3 of these together at the same time. So just bear that in mind. Now, here's how it... Oh! Hey! By defeating a singular node, the commander that started the attack, so that's the leader, will receive a leader's chest, and everyone that took part in destroying node will receive some rewards. Now, these are going to basically kick out some rewards, so what they'll be, I do not know. If an alliance or multiple alliance wants to destroy all 3 nodes, then there will need to be 3 commanders starting each attack. So basically, each node is going to have its own leader. So organize that correctly. It might be a case of organize it between 3 of you. Go out, start it, and just let anyone else come in and join you. Yeah. So maybe something like that. If a commander brings the attack on one node, the rest of the fleet arrives a few minutes later and begins their attacks. The timers for the nodes will automatically sync to the timer of the first attack was initiated. So if I started one, let's break it down, A, B, C, right? If I started node A, and then say my admiral came and started node B, and then node C was started by, say, the leader from another alliance, the timer goes from node A, which will be me, or then B and C will sync with A. So which means all 3 attacks happen at the same time, but it comes down to one timer. So say a 15-minute timer, and B started 5 minutes later, C started another 5 minutes later. So now we're 10 minutes down. There's 5 minutes left on node A, 5 minutes to me. All 3 nodes will go to 5 minutes. So just as an idea, obviously we will look at this if we get the opportunity to actually start one on the live stream. If the commander, yeah, okay, we just read that bit. By defeating all 3 nodes and destroying the core, so obviously destroying all 3 nodes means the core goes boom as well. You will not only receive rewards from defeating the Armada, but you will also receive artifact shards, which can be used to acquire and upgrade new artifacts. So here we go. We've got another booster. Yes, this is going to be a long video. New formidable Armada emerged in the Delta Quadrant. 8472 was able to travel from fluidic space via the singularities and brought the fire to our dimension. Formation Armadas found in selected systems of the Delta Quadrant contain several simulations of Starfleet headquarters used for reconnaissance and gathering intelligence on Starfleet capabilities. Like all strongholds, the Armadas have their weaknesses. Each Armada has 3 targets that, if destroyed simultaneously, will ensure the total annihilation of the Armada. Woohoo! Ops 26 and above can participate. To initiate the attack, you will need 100 directives, which can be gained through daily goal completion, and additional directives can be found in the Office tab. Okay, so the next section is Open Secure Comms Channel. Communication and coordination are critical to taking down the formation Armadas. 3 teams, which can be from different alliances, must select their top 4 commanders to participate in attack. 12 in all, as I've already said. Engage when the formation Armada's timer started on one of the targets. Subsequently, the Armada starts against the rest of the target will inherit the timer already active of the already active Armada. This way, they are automatically synchronized. I'm sure they could have worded that a little bit easier. By the way, discovery. When a formation Armada is destroyed, commanders will receive artifact and premium artifact tokens in their rewards. These tokens are crucial in discovering artifacts in the artifact gallery. Artifacts are unique and powerful items which will grant a wide range of highly potential buffs, potent buffs actually, to ones who acquire them. To learn more, click here. Important note, the Armada Control Center size bonus does not apply to these Armadas. So you do still need it to start an Armada. So I was wrong about that. But the size of it doesn't matter. So you just need the building, but it doesn't matter what level. So that's the new Armadas. It's going to be a little bit of a complicated one, a little bit of a pain in the ass. But hey ho, let's see what happens with it. I mean, I'm sure you could probably do the lower level ones with, not even 12 commanders. So I'm guessing the rewards will be split among players per the usual thingy. So Delta Quadrant is a massive, sprawling, unknown space to make your own, filled with new systems to explore, new missions to go on, both new and old enemies to destroy, along with entirely new formation Armadas for you to team up with your alliance and take down species 8472. But that's just the beginning. Join us over the course of the Voyager arc as we dive deep into the Delta Quadrant and face all its perils it holds, and who knows, we may even meet some familiar friendly faces out there. Now if we find Neelix, I don't know how many people want to kill him, but yeah, you got your opportunity to kill Neelix now. I know a lot of people don't seem to like that character, and I feel sorry for Ethan Phillips, the fact he was landed with such a annoying character. But the first few seasons was a little bit, yeah. But I think he sort of grew a little bit and became less annoying. I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but again, we'll discuss Neelix in the live stream tonight. But there are 2 entry points to start your exploration this month. Border of the Alpha Quadrant, entry level at 26. Here, commanders and forces of the Alpha Quadrant begin to delve further into deep space and have discovered the Delta Quadrant. So you got planetary missions, the new armadas, new hostiles grabbed by the caretaker from the Alpha Quadrant. Make sure you play a mission commissarium found in the Envelon system to unlock the pathway for further exploration during the Voyager arc. Now, I think this is going to be launched in stages. The way this is sounding up to me, it sounds like it's going to be launched in stages. We'll see what happens during the first month. But yeah, so by looks of it, you're going to have to proceed to this Evoloi system and see what there is there. So what we'll do is we'll actually put that on our docket for the live stream. I'll probably go there and see what's there. Then just hold it. But anyway, the depths of the Delta Quadrant, entry level 34 plus. Here, players will rendezvous with Voyager as it continues its journey to the Alpha Quadrant. So, core missions, new hydrogen hostiles, which are going to be tougher. And they're going to pack quite a punch as well. I think these are sort of like the freebooters that never were. So, and lost hostiles grabbed by the caretaker from the Alpha Quadrant. So that's your new space. Oh, I've got another clicker. Yes, another clicker. Oh my god, that's 3 in one video. So, vast, mysterious, full of surprises and adventures. After sensing imminent demise, the caretaker started looking for someone to pick on and pick up the torch and continue looking after the Ocampa in the Delta Quadrant. He expanded his search and abducted dozens of starships from across the galaxy, using his array to experiment with the ship's crews and determine whether they were compatible enough. Among the ships he abducted were the Marquis Raider and Voyager. The Delta Quadrant is sprawling with unknown space ready for all commanders to explore. It's filled with new missions, new systems, missions, old and new enemies, blah 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 blah, which we've already read. This is just the beginning, as throughout the arc we will explore together the Delta Quadrant and face its perils and unknowns and meet some familiar faces. And it's all about location, Nia. This one, yes, we're going on holiday to the Delta Quadrant. It can be found in the top of the galaxy map, so that's around about... That's basically around between Dominion space and Federation space. That's around about the top, what we've got available at the minute. During May, commanders will be able to start exploring from 2 entry points. The border of the Alpha Quadrant, which is 26 and above. Here, the commanders and forces of the Alpha Quadrant have begun to delve further. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, we've read all that in the main notes. Why give us this link if they're just basically going to copy-paste this into the notes? And then depths of the Delta Quadrant, 34 plus. So we might even just get to this one as well. Commanders will rendezvous with the Voyager and continue the journey home. But obviously we'll have to wait and see. You know as well as I do that fear only exists for one purpose: to be conquered. That was that stupid one where they got locked into the dream with that wacky clown that could decapitate somebody in the dream and they'd actually die in real life. And they need to go into stasis to access this dream. Something like a program where this AI had evolved and basically become... the bully of it, of grand proportions. Well, anyway, the Delta Quadrant holds many secrets and dangers, such as navigating successfully requires a certain level of expertise and experience. It is locked to ensure the most capable and daring explorers can enter this uncharted territory. However, the perseverance and skill of the secrets of the Delta Quadrant can be unlocked. The mysteries and the fascination of the region can be revealed. So prepare yourself for the challenges ahead and embark on the journey of discovery in the Delta Quadrant. Join the arc. Yay! Exploring as the Voyager arc progresses, commanders will have a chance to explore new sections of the Delta Quadrant, opening up exciting possibilities for discovery with and adventure. One of the most integral parts of the exploration is locating and completing missions. The crucial one is the commiseration. Is it commissariation or something like that? I can't pronounce that word very well. In the Evoloi system, this is the key to exploring the Delta Quadrant during the arc. This region of space is home to many strange and wondrous aliens and dangerous threats, but still so much we need to learn about this area. So come on board and join us. So was it artifact helpful? Not particularly. So we're moving on to the officers next, and as you can see, the Doctor is just popping his bally head on. Yes, he's going to be your epic officer this month, and he's a below deck officer. Yes, his officer ability is Over My Dead program, and if you remember, he took that from the episode where it's a Tinker Tailor Doctor spy, basically where the hierarchy come in, they tap into his daydreams, and he's dreaming about being the ECH, the Emergency Command Hologram, taking command of Voyager and blowing up the Borg sphere with something called a photonic cannon. Yes, bit of Star Trek trivia for you there. How much more can we release? Well, I'm sure we've got plenty to release. So it increases your mitigation by X% the health for 2 rounds when you take hull damage. Well, you're always taking at least a little bit of hull damage, even if it's just like about, you're losing your mitigation stats, and then you've got your 80% shields, 20% hull. So this is going to proc, but it only lasts for 2 rounds. I'm presuming this will carry on and on and on and on for every 2 rounds, but we can only wait and see when we finally get him and test him. So, kicks out at 300 and tops out at 2000 when maxed out. Ooh, that's not particularly too bad. The Doctor is a great bridge officer for engaging Marauder ships, but can also be used against Armadas. So he is a hostile, the red dots, and against Armadas as well. So particularly maybe something that could be pretty good against these new formation Armadas, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Below deck ability, Renaissance Man. That's the episode that I don't actually watch. I think this has got something to do where he copied himself that many times in order to try and save Janeway, who had been kidnapped. I think that's the episode. It's not an episode that I actually particularly enjoy, so I tend to avoid that episode. But increases loot by X%. Yes. We have a 5 of 11 for below deck. And he kicks out at 15% and tops out at 50%. So, guess what? Get him on there with 5 of 11. And I'd probably even recommend Galanath against those Borg hostiles and the Actian hostiles and boost that loot. Yes, get it boosted, get it up. 15% added on top of what you've got for your 5 and your Galanath. Yeah, I think you might be finding you'll be getting more loot on your Vidar, but again, watch out for those stats that you're potentially going to lose. So maybe having Hugh with you is going to be a massive help. Not a bonus, massive help. So this is going to include from farming hostiles and Armadas, but it's also going to include things like your rep and everything. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Now, a rare officer is going to be B'Elanna Torres. Again, another below deck officer. Me against the Galaxy is, remember from the start, from the series, that's how she always felt. It was always her against the Galaxy. I can't remember what episode she said it in, but I do remember that line. So I think it might have been where she was trying to redo the genetic stance on a unborn baby to remove the ridges. But hey-ho. She's a great one for engaging the hostiles and can be used against Armadas, but increasing piercing stats from 250% to 1500%. So not a bad buff whatsoever, sticking her on the bridge. Below deck ability, knock it down. X% to apply hull breach against non-player hostiles and targets. So that could be all your red dots, your Armadas, and potentially, well, it had to be tested, those mission hostiles as well. Yes. So maybe that extra chance to apply hull breach and put something else on the bridge itself, like burning or whatever. Yeah. So it starts at 10% and maxes out at 100%. So yeah, so a great chance to apply hull breach without sacrificing a bridge slot. So something tells me that next month we're going to see something for burning and or morale, and then maybe the following month another one for the opposite side as well. But maybe I don't know. So 10 new missions, obviously. Answer the call from a missing Federation starship Voyager. Learn about the artifact in 3 new missions. Start your own artifact collection and explore the Delta Quadrant. 10 new planetary missions. Beware of 8472 are near. But also be on the lookout for some additional missions in the holodeck. So we've got some new research, and sorry to say they are primes. Ops 35 and above. Combat tree is going to have your Interceptor Wrecker. You had your Explorer last month, so here's the next one. Battleship most likely coming next month. Increasing weapon damage by 300% when fighting player interceptors. Export tree. Increasing the cost efficiency of the credits for the research. This is going to be for levels 38 and above, because obviously that's where the tree starts. And ship upgrades tree is a defined ability cost efficiency. Basically increasing the efficiency of the defined active ability. Yes, I think, if I remember correctly, that is the actual buff it gives you. Considering that you can when you've actually got enough in the tank to actually do it, you can only do 2 buffs in one day, and then the following day you can't do any because you don't actually get enough to actually do another buff the following on that day. You got to take 2 days just to do 1 buff. So, but anyway, so that's that there, 35 and above. New projectiles also coming in, increasing piercing against all armadas. Works on all armadas, including the new formation ones, and it is basically a energy focus beam, which looks like the species A472 weapon. Yay! Paid walled. Yeah, that's going to be paid walled. Level 25 and above. New battle pass. What that's going to look like, I really can't wait to see it this month. Hopefully something in there. More avatars as well. The uncommon Delta Flyer. So if you want the Delta Flyer one, you've got that. You've got Torres, Herogen Hunter, 8472 and the Doctor. 3 new frames as well. Voyager Warp Core. And the Artifact Gallery. Hailing frequencies as well. The Doctor choosing. Wow. Okay, so a red egg and a gold egg. Okay, so that's the Doctor choosing. And then we've got a slew of bug fixes. Oh yeah, the ships were shown as destroyed when ship abilities. Yes?
What do you want for breakfast? From Tevens.
Usual. Mum knows what that is. It's me breakfast bun. An issue with Battleport with player name not being displayed properly. Okay. Gone order where string displayed instead of tooltip. Oh, kikoki. But yeah, so we've got oh, it's not working. It's not working. Oh, great. So right, well. Well, we found our first bug of the game, so yeah, I've just had to quickly restart that. Here we go. So, as you can see, I'll let you go through the patch notes. Well, actually, you probably have done it already, but and have a look. Wow, there's actually quite a lot of bug fixes this month. So, the improvements that they've made then. Improvement including a game client version number in in-game settings. Okay. We all like to know what client version we're on. Made an improvement to add pips to building floaties in station interior refinery shipyard refits abilities. Really? Some localized fixes. Also, in it as well. So, yeah. But, yeah, that is the arc for this month. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel as well. If you wish to donate to the channel, the links are available in the channel's description. The about section of the channel. PayPal and Cash App is available there. Link for also Discord if you want to come and join the Discord. Until the live stream tonight, this is I'm Admiral Pegasus. Let me get me outro correctly. I'm Admiral Pegasus. This is the Pegasus Show. This is patch 54? Scroll back to the top. Move myself. Yes, patch 54, and this is Voyager. Is the ship coming? Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, stay safe, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you tonight. Pegasus out.